Hello, advanced financial planning students. We're now in week 5 and we're moving right along, so keep plugging away. Right now, just about 3 weeks left, so we'll be wrapping up things quickly here. But for this week, you have 2 chapters to read. You're going to discuss or read about in terms of taxes and estate planning. You also have your second exam that I'll make sure it's available out there, and a brief form discussion relative to how you plan your own taxes, what strategies you use to try to reduce tax liability. And if you have any questions, do email me. For today, I'm going to be out for a wrestling tournament for my sons, but I will be back later this evening to check on things. But yeah, just contact me via email, or if you need to, you can give me a call too. But we're doing well. Everybody's doing well, so keep plugging along. You're doing a great job. So, well, first to kind of discuss taxes and tax strategy. As I pointed out in my mini lecture this week, they read that tax avoidance is okay. It's tax evasion that's going to get you in trouble. But the idea here again is that we want to try to take strategies that are going to minimize our tax liability. Again, trying to improve our overall net worth situation. What can I do? And there's a lot of different options out there. So, for example, especially for retirement planning, I'm always a big proponent that, even in making decisions, say whether it's do I pay off my mortgage early or do I put money into my retirement plan? Well, with interest rates as low as they are now, I think I have like a 3.25% of my mortgage. It really doesn't benefit me or behoove me to try to pay off my mortgage early. I would actually be better off probably putting my money into some type of retirement if I did have extra money, because in the long run it's going to improve my net worth position. Now, yes, it may have impacts to cash flow, but as long as I feel comfortable that I can meet that cash flow expense every month, then I should probably be focusing spending that extra money, as long as we did those budgeting early on the course, about trying to maximize my net worth. So it's just trade-offs, but again, it's a good idea to kind of track what you're paying through the year. I have an Excel spreadsheet that every time I get paid, I put it in a spreadsheet that kind of calculates what my tax liability would be. And I wrapped up this weekend just kind of doing the tax act for the federal, and I'm going to get like a $15 refund. That's pretty much where I wanted to be. I didn't want to have a lot of money coming in and not owing a lot of money too. It's probably better to have some money coming back to you than owing a lot of money, because the IRS may say that, well, you didn't pay enough in over the year, and they might assess additional penalties. So you do have to watch that. But a lot of times, it's just keeping on track of it and adjusting. You may have to go to your employer, take out, different deductions to try to make sure that you are withholding the right amount, and being aware of your situation. As I did my taxes over the weekend, I made me think, well, one of my kids are now in 6th grade and 3rd grade, but I get this $2,000 tax credit. Eventually that's going to be gone someday, and then that may change my strategy too. I'm probably going to have to take out more federal withholding when it does come to that point, to be prepared. So, and then we do this so there aren't any surprises. It helps us with the planning process. Well, the other item with the estate planning, it's probably something that not enough people do or take into consideration. We will all die someday, but we don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully we'll all live long and healthy lives, but in the event that something does happen, is there a plan in place? Something as simple as, well, who receives my items, even personal items, how they're distributed. Maybe you want to have detailed notes about that. Where do you want to be buried? What type of service do you want to have? These might be something that you have to explain to your relatives. And having legal documents in place. I have a document out there that will help you, I think, in the forum discussion. It may not be in the forum discussion, but I think it's in the course, about 5 legal documents that you need to think about in estate planning. Again, is to have a plan in place. And usually for everything that I do, I have make sure that there's beneficiaries payable on death. But I have 2 kids, so I have to think about what happens if both myself and my wife would pass away. What would happen to the kids? Where would they go? Which relative would they stay with? So, this is why it's important for everyone to have a will. Usually anybody that's over the age of 18, even if you don't have kids, it's a good idea to have a will. And these days, a lot of through your employers, a lot of time through some of the benefits, you could do these things on, online for free. That's exactly what I did through my university. I went through, it was just like, as we probably many of you do your tax documents, you do them online, you do these forms online, and as long as it's notarized, it's a legal document. So, and talking to my cousin who's an attorney in St. Louis, I first got in the process when I was younger. I go, does this need to be filed somewhere to say okay, and she's like, no, just you need to have a record of it somewhere that in case somebody needs to access it, in your home or somebody knows where it is, that can be presented. Now, in this chapter 2, they talk about trust. That's another possibility. If you maybe have some sizable assets, that might be a good idea. Or if wanting to make sure everything avoids probate, might be another way. With trust, that still means that taxes are going to have to be paid at some point, but there might be different strategies that you can use with the trust to minimize the taxes paid. So, but again, it's having a good plan in place to make sure that when I die, if we kind of go with the theory of the book where it says, you should die broke, but probably a lot of us want to pass on something to our children, relatives, or to some maybe nonprofit organizations, something that's important to us. So, well, that's it for this week. Again, if you do have any questions, do email me, but I'll be checking the forum discussions. It was a fun discussion last week, so I enjoyed reading those posts. And everybody take care and have a great week.